Good afternoon. Welcome back to Girded with Truth. Last week, we took apart faith and we really got into the different ways we can have faith and the different levels God calls us to have faith. But part of having faith is trust in God, which is exactly what we are going to speak about this week. Trust. But what is trust? The dictionary defines it as a firm belief in the reliability, truth, or ability of someone or something. But let's hear what the Bible has to say about trust. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." So, before we speak about trust, we have to speak about love, because the two intertwine in a special way that we think one is built upon the other. But the Bible commands us to love, but yet it does not command us to trust. Jesus, when he walked the earth, he said, "The first and greatest commandment is love the Lord with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And the second is like unto the first, which is love your neighbor as you love yourself." So he commands us to love. But I have not come across a scripture where he commands us to trust, because to trust someone is a choice. To trust in someone is a choice, because like we see, it's based on their reliability and their truth. So we can't go around trusting any and anyone. God did not command us to trust. But we also understand that trust can be earned. But this scripture tells us to trust in the Lord. So it's a direct instruction in who we can trust. So the first person we can really trust in is the Lord. How do we trust in the Lord? With all our heart. But we also have to realize that we cannot understand how to trust God. But trust in God is really based on the relationship we have with him. And it goes on to say, in everything we do, just acknowledge who God is, and he will direct us in how we can trust. He will direct us in every part of our life. So the first person we ought to trust is the Lord. And we know from studying the Bible that the Lord is unmovable, unshakable, always abiding. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So he changeth not. His word is everlasting. Whatever he says, he does. And he has the attributes, the reliability, and the truth in which we can trust in. So today I encourage you, don't let the issues of life deter you. Don't let the things of life deter you. God is trustworthy. All you have to do is trust in him. Trust is earned, and God earns our trust every day. COVID-19 has passed, and you are still alive. You are still breathing. Even if you contracted the disease or not, you are alive to listen to this recording. You are able to hear this. So therefore, you were able to trust God with your life, and he delivered. You were able to trust God to bring you through this pandemic, and he delivered, because you are here today. So I am saying today that God is trustworthy. He is not like man, where he says one thing 1 minute and says another time. No, he's trustworthy, and you can trust that he will do what he says he will do, because he is God. So I encourage you today, Do not lean on your own understanding. Do not go to what society says. Do not go to what your neighbor or your friend or even your parents might say against God. Because sometimes the truth is, we can't trust anyone in life. But guess who we can trust? We can trust God. And if God sends us to someone to develop a relationship with, we are not trusting that person alone, We are trusting God because He says that that person is safe. Trust in the Bible talks about putting your hope, your security, your everything into someone. And who better to put your hope, your trust, your security in? God hasn't failed you yet. And He has no reason to fail you. If you trust in Him, if you develop your relationship with Him, if you get closer to Him, you will realize He is trustworthy. Life happens, situation happens, but God remains the same forever. His word remains unbreakable, unmovable, and He remains the God that we can trust. So today, I encourage you, trust in the Lord with all your heart, all of it. Put your entire heart in the hands of the Lord. I assure you, He will not fail you because He is God and He is trustworthy. I have placed my heart in His hands for over 20 years. And even though life has disappointed me, God always, time and time again, comes through. So as we have faith, let us lean not on our own understanding, but continue to trust in the Lord for Him to direct our paths. God earns our trust daily, just as we earn His daily, by our actions, by our lifestyle, by everything that we do. So I encourage you, trust God today. You will not regret it. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye.